The Chola king made an exploiting aggression over the Chera country. In spite of it, the Cheran was defending himself. Defending, in the army is defense. Defending is defender's paradise. So he could have easily killed him. He spared him, and that is known only from Paditru, not from Purananuru. Purananuru, the king gives a suggestion or throws a requisition to the Chera king to spare him. Whether he agreed or not is not known. So also in a comparative, my paper is on Semmudiundri, but comparative aspects you can see our president is known as Alexander. Alexander made an exploiting aggression from Babylon to India with a large army. And he was stopped by one king, small kingdom. He was a king of a small kingdom known as Purushottaman. He could he could form the fourth layer, elephant force. The elephant force, the people from Afghanistan or from Northeast, they did not know what an elephant is. They saw the elephant and ran because they have not seen such a big animal. But Alexander asked the gunner to bombard some bombs. On hearing the sound, all the elephants returned towards his own country, stamping all those who are coming. But incidentally, Purushottaman was arrested. He asked him as to what to do. He said that he should be treated as a king because he made him, he could stop the force of the great general and King Alexander. So there are international rules which are normally now violated. In those days they were not violated. This I want to impress because the realistic background is not known in Purananuru. Unless otherwise you read the entire songs of Sangam poems, you cannot interpret. From thereby you can understand that all poems, there are many which I have instead quoted, which I am not going to tell you. But you will have to read all the poems, then only you can understand. With that, let me put a full stop for my speech. Thank you very much.
So the usual procedures of questions, you prepare your questions, but ask them after the session, okay? We still hope to have some, not much time, but still we'll have some time for discussion and questions. And now I present Mr. D.V.S.S.N. Murthy with the paper A Comparative Study of National Poetry in Tamil and Telugu. Please.
Mr. Chairperson, good evening everybody. My paper is A Comparative Study of National Poetry in Tamil and Telugu. My subject is quite different, and up to this time you might have heard about that different language, Tamil, about greatness of Tamil and all those things. Now I am comparing Tamil with Telugu, that is particularly national poetry. The word nationalism means patriotic feelings, efforts of economic independence in a country controlled by another. It may be explained as the desire and feelings of the people to get rid of foreign rule and to establish their own government in their country. National poetry means all the poetical works produced by our people. During the pre-independence period, throughout India, a good number of volunteers under the leadership of Tilak and Mahatma Gandhi came forward to fight against the foreign rule. Indian freedom struggle stimulated the Indians who were separated by languages, religions, and to get united to face the common enemy, paving the way for the national feeling and sense of oneness. The great poets and writers contributed their might in this direction by their potential poems and powerful fiction. In South India, particularly in Tamil Nadu and Andhra, a good number of leaders came forward to join the revolution. At that time, many scholars both in Tamil and Telugu wrote poems, stories, and essays to explain the evils of the foreign rule and necessity of freedom to our country. As they were writing against the rulers, they had faced so many ordeals and punishments imposed by the government. In spite of the repression and depression, these writers continued their contribution to literary growth, which in turn contributed to the uprising of the native people against foreign rule. These literary works served as the mass media for spreading the feeling of patriotism among the countrymen. National movement became the nucleus of the most of works during that period. When India was ruled by Britishers, regional languages were not given proper importance in the academic setup or in administration also. As such, both Tamil and Telugu languages were neglected. The people of Tamil Nadu and Andhra were not in position to study and enjoy their own language and literatures. At this juncture, great poets like Subramanya Bharati and Gurujada paved the way for the new traditions in their respective languages. British rulers in those days wanted to establish their supremacy not only in political field but also in the spiritual field of our country. So a systematic attempt was made by the Christian missionaries to spread the Christianity and to destroy the native religions and their cultures. To save the native culture, a spiritual uplift was started by Raja Ram Mohan Rai, Dayananda Saraswati, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Swami Vivekananda, etc. In the beginning of the 20th century, Indian National Congress was reorganized and the struggle for freedom gathered momentum. It was during that period patriotism and affinity to mother tongue had become inseparable. In Tamil Nadu, Subramanya Bharati took the lead. His Deshabhakti Padalgal were devoted to the nation and to Tamil. In the history of Tamil literature, this period can be called as Bharati era. Whereas in Andhra, Gurujada, Chilakamarti, Baljepalli, Garimella, Duvur Ramireddy and Rayaprolu took the lead in this field. In Tamil Nadu, literary works with revolutionary ideas have been produced for the spiritual uplift of the country. Ramalinga Swami started this revolution. He tried to bring the spiritual unity among the people. Mayuram Vedanayakam Pillai also stressed unity among the people. Subramanya